Casio will often discontinue a watch with little or no warning, and the latest model to be chopped is the W210. Casio were selling off the stock they had on hand for about £16, and a quick email to Casio confirms that this model has been discontinued. Even though you can no longer get it directly from Casio, you can still buy it from Argos if you live in the UK, and for £20 it's something of a bargain. The closest model that I can think of in Casio's current lineup that closely matches the W210 in terms of features and build quality is the W800. Both watches feature a 10-year battery and have almost the same features, but the W210 is cheaper and is also, in my opinion, the better watch. This watch was first released in 2005, and I would say that one of the reasons that Casio is discontinuing it are its divisive looks. The design seems to sit in no man's land, and neither appears to be sleek and modern nor retro, and I think that it's one of its charms. The W800 has a large LCD display, but not much else in terms of visual aesthetics. This watch, on the other hand, also has large digits for the timekeeping, and also a textured surround that has the appearance of carbon fibre. It also has 3 circular displays at the top, reminiscent of the G-Shock DW6900. The main circular display on the left is a timer graph for counting the seconds, and the other 2 displays are used to indicate for the alarm and hourly signal respectively. So I like the fact that they've added some visual flourishes to what is an inexpensive watch. I also like the large plastic buttons on the watch. These are set at an angle in line with the case of the watch and are easy to use. Entry-level Casios often come only with tiny steel push buttons, which can be fiddly to use for those with large fingers. The strap of the watch is made of resin. It has a ribbed texture on the outside, and where it attaches to the case, it gives the appearance of an integrated bracelet. The only thing that I'm not sure about is the overly large sized buckle. I'll have to test it out with some long sleeved shirts to see if it catches. On the back there are flaps at the top which keep the strap curved. This is reminiscent of G-Shocks and prevents the watch from landing on its caseback if dropped. So even though it's not a G-Shock, they have at least tried to give it some impact resistance, which I'm happy to accept. Some attempts towards durability has also been built into the case, which measures 46.5mm in length, 41mm in width, and is 12mm in depth. Both the case and crystal are made of acrylic, but there are protrusions at the top and the bottom of the case, so the crystal is recessed, which will prevent any accidental scratches. Water resistance is rated at 50 meters, which again is better than most entry-level Casios, which are only rated as being splash-proof. Inside the case is a 2963 module, and this is powered by a single CR2016 cell, which should give it 10 years of power depending upon use. The module is also fairly accurate too, and it's rated as ± 20 seconds a month. This beats the W800, which is rated as ± 30 seconds a month. In practice though, most Casios are more accurate than their given ratings, which are the worst case scenario. Let's now take a look at the features of the W210. The home time displays the time, and the day and date is shown above that. Pressing the bottom right button, you can switch between 12-hour and 24-hour format. If you hold down the bottom right button for 3 seconds, it lets you change the duration of the backlight from 1.5 seconds to 3 seconds. This is a feature that the W800 doesn't have, as the backlight duration in that watch is fixed at 1.5 seconds. And here's the backlight in action. It's provided by a single amber coloured LED. Other features include a single daily alarm, a stopwatch, and this can count up to 24 hours. And dual time. I have it set for Tokyo, which is shown by the large digits, and the time above that is showing the time back home in Ireland. There is a problem with the dual time, which I'll tell you later, but see if you can spot it. Performing the LCD test now, and you can activate it by pressing the two buttons on the left and the bottom right button simultaneously from the home time screen. And here's all the LCD segments activated. Press the bottom right button to scroll through. This number shows the version of the software used in the module. And press the button again to exit. Finally, I'll open up the case to see what's inside and to see how easy it will be to change the battery, which hopefully will be in about 10 years' time. The flaps at the top of the strap are covering access to the steel backplate, so one or both will have to be removed. I'll see if I can get away with removing just one of the straps. Then remove the 4 screws. And here's how it looks inside the case. To change the battery, there's no need to take out the module, but I'll take it out just to show you. And here's the 2963 module. I'll now peel off the sticker so that I have access to the battery. To open the flap, you need to insert a pin into the area where I'm pointing to open the latch. The battery can now be removed with a pair of plastic tweezers and replaced. Once the battery has been inserted, perform an AC reset by connecting the point where there's a negative symbol on the case to another point that's made of metal. And now the watch has reset itself. So those were the features and benefits of the W210. Now I'd like to show you a couple of things that I don't like. The first one is the large buckle. I don't know why they made it this shape, as it doesn't perform any functional or design benefits. I can imagine that it may catch when the watch is worn with long sleeves. The second is that the watch doesn't show if it's AM or PM for your home time when in dual time mode. Thankfully though, this can be overcome by putting the display into 24-hour mode. So that was the Casio W210, which is a great alternative to the W800. It's a shame that it's been discontinued, but at least for now you can still get it in some shops before stocks run out. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.